Hello, YouTube! Alright, welcome back to another exciting Cooking with Denoy episode. That noise you hear is my wife. Trying to get some more wood for the stove here that we're about to cook up. We are actually back for another Cooking with Denoy episode. This is probably my most expensive meal to date. I decided to pick up some ribeye steak, yeah, for $18.64 for two pieces. One for myself, one for my wife, and some salad. We are going to celebrate out here at Hut 2.0. It has actually been about 8 or 9 months since the hut was built, and it's still holding up pretty well. I've been using this mainly as a little getaway when I needed to get away from the van and maybe meet up with my family. Today it's just me and my wife out here. The children and I have been out here a couple times, and had a couple visitors who have managed to keep the place a secret. But got a mouse that's been going through everything. That's why it's kind of a mess here. I'm trying to catch that mouse, but I'm trying to do it in a humane way where I don't kill it. So this trap seems to work, but the hole's too small, so I'm gonna have to make a bigger hole. But running this trap, I have to kind of check it every day, because once the mouse is stuck, he could die of starvation. So I want to be here to catch him to release. But you can see what he's done. His little footprints and stuff all over the pillow here. So he's kind of made a mess here, and he's been chewing through everything. But anyhow, we are going to cook a really nice meal here using this ribeye steak over our homemade stove at Hut 2.0. I'm going to probably have my wife filming me some of this, so you actually get to see me in action. So without further ado, let's get started. Our fire is started? Okay.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. So my wife is filming right now, so hopefully she's getting all this, but I'm going to go ahead and light our fire here and get this going. I don't know if it's going to catch on over there or not. So as the fire is starting to burn, I know you should cook, and my wife was suggesting cooking over charcoal, which is normal, you know, to cook over charcoal. And of course she's a better cook than I am, but for our fuel we're using these frond branches, and sadly these branches, they burn very fast. So if you try to cook off the charcoal from these things, I don't think it's gonna be possible. I think it'll burn out too fast. So oh honey, are you okay? Come on over here so you're not in the smoke, and then you can film all that there. But basically we're gonna go ahead and cook over the fire itself, because of all this. It's like you're attracting smoke. It's going where you are. We're gonna let it cook over the fire. So I am going to go ahead and slice these open. These are very nice ribeye steak from Walmart. And, you know, the thing about ribeye, Angus ribeye steak, is that it should be very tender meat. And you can see it's got fat interspersed through, so this should be very good meat. I'm not really planning on seasoning it much, except with, of course, our magical badia, if I can find my badia. But we're going to be using the magical badia on that to season it. And that's pretty much it. So we're going to go ahead and let that burn a little bit. And we'll go ahead and get it on the fire here for you in a moment. This is my wife not wanting to cook on the dirty grills. You can see the difference between us. I don't mind a little bit of dirt, a little bit of road, a little bit of gravel in my food. She evidently doesn't like the idea of eating dirt and gravel and stuff. She even tried to get better wood. So, but I think in her process here, her zest for, or her zeal for doing this, she might have put the fire out. It's smoking. So it is catching back on here. Maybe I'll pour a little bit of oil on it just to get the fire to flare up. So hang on a moment. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and cut open the meat right now and get that ready to go on there. This is premium meat. So, doesn't that look so good? Look at that. Premium steak. I am going to go ahead and put it up right over the fire. Listen to that sizzle. Trying to train the cameraman here. Camera woman. Camera girl. Alright, what do you think, honey? First. Okay. Cooking. I'm going to go ahead and put some seasoning on it, and first we're going to start off with a little bit of our minced onion. So make sure that is focused there. I was having a hard time focusing. So we're going to just simply pour our, liberally sprinkle our onion on it. And of course, you know, what is cooking with Denoy if we don't use our magical badia? So this is our badia complete, which I am going to sprinkle on there as soon as I can get the thing opened up here. There's actually a brand new packet here. So here we go. I'm going to sprinkle that all liberally on there. You know, this steak should taste pretty good by itself. A lot of people, for this kind of stuff, they just put salt on it. And so you taste the flavor of the meat with a little bit of salt. For me, I like the badia. I am going to go ahead and flip the meat, though, so that it can cook the other side. So, I mean, we're going to flavor the other side here. Look at that juiciness. Doesn't that look good? Alright, we're going to go ahead and do the same on this side here and sprinkle a bit of the onions. Listen to that sizzle. Wow. Doesn't it smell good, honey? Yeah, she's nodding her head. You don't want to talk on the camera? Was that a no? Oh. Alright, look at that steak. Mmm! Woo-wee! Don't that look good? I'll tell you what, it smells really good. Now what we're going to do is have the steak with the rice, maybe a little bit of salad. So, is the fire still burning?
Yes.
So it's still cooking, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mmm. So that is good. You know, you talked on the camera, they heard you. So now they have to believe you're real, right? No. Oh, I shouldn't have said anything. Now she's like sealing her lips and not making a sound. Oh well. Okay. So this is cooking really well. How do you like your meat?
Well done.
Ah, well done. Well done. All right. So we'll go ahead and let it cook a little bit, and we'll come back to it. I'm going to go and prepare the other part. I do have a bunch of books that I dumpster dived. I think I'll go ahead and do an episode to show you how I got all these books. But I've been bringing a lot of books here to Hut 2.0. This episode also marks the beginning of me getting ready to air these episodes. I know I've been keeping it a secret from you guys because it has been, for me, a little personal sanctuary or getaway from the van when I did not want to, you know, be out there in the streets dealing with the police and the traffic of Walmart and everything else. I sometimes make an escape and come out here and have been staying out here. All in all, I probably spent maybe about 2 or 3 weeks living out here. I had to evacuate that one night when people were getting close to let it cool down, but coming here today, I see that some visitors have come by, although they didn't trash the place, which is good. So thank you if you have found this spot by accident or on purpose and have not trashed the place. It is still in use. It is being used right now as a temporary shelter for myself as well as my children and my wife when we come out here just to be together, to somewhat be kind of like a family. It is what's helping to keep my sanity, you know, instead of feeling like I'm always stuck in the van. And I do still come out here and use this place every so often. But airing these episodes will obviously make it so that possibly people will find this place. And I'm just hoping that whoever finds the place doesn't destroy it, because you know, that would just be sad. It is going to be open for other people to use if they want to use it, but you're kind of using things at your own risk. You are out in the woods, and there are animals out here, wild animals like snakes, spiders, mice, which I'm still trying to catch over here. But I do need to clean up the place a little bit more. You know, at one time I had power here, but I've removed that. If you bring your own power pack with 12 volts, you could run the fans if you need it at night. You also could burn the candles if you want. Mosquitoes are kind of an issue at night, so be warned. If you run the candles, it kind of attracts the mosquitoes. I guess they're attracted to burning things. I think the food needs to be flipped right now, if not done already. Oh, my wife's busy flipping it here. So you can see she's a good cook, not letting the food burn. Had that just been me, the food would probably be burnt. Mmm. Doesn't that just look so good? All right. Wow, look at that. That is some good steak. Oh, and she put the big stick in there. Trying to make charcoal. And almost flipping the meat out all over the floor. So she's using her Argentinian skill here of asado. But this is not asado, right?
We need charcoal.
We need charcoal, not a wood like this.
No, we use that.
You're going to use it as charcoal.
This has fire. We don't have that.
Right.
We use just charcoal.
I see. So I'm going to let her kind of cook it, and I'll give you guys a little bit of tour, unless you guys would rather just sit here and watch the food, which I know some of you would rather do. Because, oh my goodness, it looks so good. Look at how juicy that steak is. Look at that awesome fat just dripping off there. And the sound of the sizzle. Oh my goodness, that is so good. Now, you know that side is still kind of raw. You may want to flip it so it gets over the heat. I am going to go ahead and give you guys a little bit more of a tour of this place. The roof, of course, is still the weakest part. I did manage to salvage some clear plexiglass roof covering, but only for half the building. If I can get some more money, I may go ahead and cover the entire roof. That would make the roof a lot stronger and the structure stronger as a whole. But it's held up pretty well for 8 months. It's been out here 8 months, weathering the wilderness. It survived some big, huge windstorms, rainstorms, including hailstorms that hit the area. There was like golf-sized hail that fell in this area, and this hut survived it. I came back here one day, and the roof was kind of blown open here, though, because it's not nailed down or anything. You can see how loose it is, and I do need to try to fix that, but, you know, of course, it's going to cost money. And, you know, the budget for this project has been maxed out. So I've only been able to put stuff here that I could find. But yeah, it's still holding up pretty well. Do need to clean the carpet. I don't know if that's mold or something forming here. But definitely need to get rid of that mouse. I'm hoping, like I said, if you guys do happen to explore and find this place, please try not to destroy it. You are free to use it if there's nobody here. Feel free to use it. It is open for anybody who finds it to use it. When you come in, come through this door right here. The other doors are tied down. This is the main door right now. Just pull this paper or whatever out. Pull the door out, not in. It opens out, not in. And then when you leave, do the same, you know, seal it up so that the animals don't get in. Okay, let's come take a look at the food now. It looks like it's nearly done. Do you think it's done?
No.
Not for you? You still want yours more well done?
Yes.
You know, this is very good meat. You shouldn't cook it, overcook it.
Is that okay for you? This is for you.
Yeah, I'm going to have that. You want yours cooked a little bit more?
Yes.
I'm going to go get my plate and prepare my food here, so I'll be right back. Here then is our feast. We moved inside because there were flies and stuff. They smelled the food and came from miles around, so we had to quickly rush in. We're inside the hut right now, and you can see my wife is eager to have some food here. So we got salad. Got some salad right here. We got our steak. Look at that juicy steak. And of course the rice. So I'm going to go ahead and prepare a slice for myself and give you guys a quick taste test as to what this all tastes like. Hang on just a moment. Alright, as you can see my wife is munching away and she says this is very good food, and indeed it is. We decided to splurge today because eating out, a meal like this could run well over $50 to $100. You know, we got the steak and cooked it ourselves and cooked it exactly the way we wanted, and it's very good. I'm going to try it. I normally don't have meat this red, and I have the other part of it right here. I decided to put the more red part out here, still cooking up a little bit. There's still kind of some heat here. Letting that heat up a little bit more, dry it out. But basically, I'm going to try it. I didn't want to overcook it because, you know, it is premium meat. And that's why you get it, is for the flavor that's in the meat. So this is kind of red for me. I know you'll say, well, that's medium. That's not anywhere near red. But for me, this is kind of red. I normally like it more well done. But because it's premium steak, I'm going to not burn it out completely. So let me try that and let you guys know what it tastes like. Oh my goodness. That meat is so soft.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Unlike the normal meat that I eat, you know, the ones that you see me buying at Walmart, the cheapy meat. This one, like, melt in your mouth almost. It is so soft and juicy. Ah. This is like food heaven, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So good. You can see hers is a little bit more well done, which is normally how I like mine. And it is how I'm cooking my second piece out there. But, great meal. Well, I wanted to thank you all for joining us today on our little getaway weekend. My wife and I, this is what we do sometimes. You want to come out here more often, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
She was a little hesitant to come out here to hang out with me, but I figured if I could persuade her with a nice steak meal, there might be more likelihood of us coming out here to just hang out, you know. That's why this place was built, was for us to get a little getaway where we could actually be husband and wife, and sometimes I have my kids out here and we could act like we're a family, kind of, you know. It's hard to be a family when you're in a tiny little minivan. And having a place like this, you can see my son built his own little clubhouse back here. I've even bothered to put up some paintings to give it more of a feel of home. It's more like a dorm room, really, than a house, but it's nice to have a little kitchen you can use, of course, a little bathroom, and just nice to be out here in nature. I mean, look at this beautiful view. Okay, so it's not really that beautiful, but it sure beats looking out and seeing nothing but a bunch of other cars. Well, until next time, everyone, I want to thank you all for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I hope that once these episodes here with the Hut 2.0 air, that people who do bother to come out here, please don't destroy it. You know, you're free to use it. You want to kind of tidy it up and seal it back up from the elements and the animals so that others who visit can enjoy this place too. So until next time, take care. God bless you all. Please stay safe, and I hope you're all eating well. Bye-bye now.